The stuffed llama thinks he's a lion, but the floor has other plans. Happy birthday to the ground. Man's best friend is also the world's worst personal trainer. 1 second he is holding my feet for sit-ups, and the next he is... The exact moment the catnip hits and you realize you can hear colors. You're trying to fake an insurance claim but realize you're a cat and don't have a lawyer. Decide to skip the litter box because you identify as a refined gentleman, but you still haven't figured out how the plumbing works. You're a cloud, but you have a busy schedule and people to see. Reached the final level of laziness. I am now walking myself. You're trying to play it cool, but your engine is clearly stalled in the middle of the sidewalk. You're trying to play the victim, but the bloodstain looks suspiciously like a lip. Moment when you realize some things are better left unsmelled. Regret has a specific face, and this is it. I used to think my cat was broken, but now I am convinced he is just auditioning for a low-budget Cirque du Soleil reboot or trying to figure out which towel tastes the most like regret. Either way, the floor is clearly lava and common sense is a myth. You decide to take a nap, but the local wildlife decides you are a luxury mattress. You decide to do your own taxes but realize you are just a cat and the paperwork is delicious. You ask for a belly rub, but they take the job way too seriously. This isn't a massage anymore, it is a full diagnostic exam. Give this cat a medical license already. You try to sleep in on a Saturday, but your mom has already decided it is chore day. When the alarm clock is a literal cow, there is no snooze button. That escalates. You forget that the intruder in the mirror has your exact same moves and zero fear. One of us is going to have to change, and it is definitely not going to be me. Look at this little guy thinking he is at a 5-star spa when he realizes the soap dispenser is actually a magic trick that leaves him empty-handed. The floor is lava, but also I have a very important appointment with a bowl of snacks. This dog has a better turning radius than the truck. Keep on trucking, little. Scientists call this the force of static electricity, but the cat definitely calls it a personal space violation. You're trying to act casual, but the intrusive thoughts start manifesting into physical objects.
미미야. 미미니. 내가 다 가요.
You're trying to play hide and seek, but your shadow in your outfit didn't get the memo. You really need to know if it is dinner time yet, but the clock is playing hard to get. Typical Calico behavior, acting like the gym membership is for vertical wall climbing instead of just... Calculations were made, but the floor was faster. Witness the exact moment a high-stakes leap. You spend $3,000 on a designer Bengal just for them to decide the toilet is the local. The green part is grass, but the physics engine says otherwise. The exact moment he realized his career as a water lily was short-lived. One whiff was all it took for the dramatic exit of a lifetime. This cat deserves an Oscar for that level of disrespect.
Có vẻ dạo này là mày hơi quá đáng nhỉ.
Forget how to cat and accidentally select the somersault preset on a checkered floor. You hire a shark to do your dirty work because your human is late with the treats. The perfect crime has never looked so rubbery. Realize the bottom of the bowl is visible and you have to decide if you should stage a protest or just die of dramatic starvation.
Mingau, eu acabei de te dar comida, Mingau. Mingau. Para com isso. Eu já te dei comida, Mingau.
You realize the person you were cuddling with is actually just a giant piece of moose print laundry. Huh?
권정, 起床了。
The striker is about to score, but you realize you are actually the world's best goalkeeper. He really thought he was part of the starting 11. I was getting a treat, but I just got a lesson in physics and trust issues. My human really outdid themselves with the invisible force field this time. You realize the person recording you is the same person who forgot to refill the food bowl this morning. After one drink thinking I am the main character and the voice of a generation while my friends are just trying to sleep. A hole in my desk and my first thought was that a portal to another dimension finally opened, but it turns out I just forgot to put the cable. You're trying trying to figure out what time dinner is, but the clock keeps fighting back. Gravity 1, curiosity 0. I think I need to reconsider my career as that moment when you realize some smells should stay inside the shoe. Huh? You are 5 minutes into the staring contest and realize you forgot to blink.
Huh?
You ask for a sign and the universe sends you a literal ham radio. Trying to stay professional in the meeting, but the 2 p.m. slump hits different and your soul decides to leave your body. You hear the treats bag opening from 2 rooms away and have to verify the situation personally. For a snack, not a hand-delivered service, but since you are slow, let me show you. Top 10 photos taken moments before disaster. He really thought he had a new friend until the betrayal. That You spend 3 hours on a project only to realize you skipped the first step. Here is a delicious treat just for you. Cat, I accept this tribute with honor. Me, okay, give it back now. Cat, errors were made in your logic and now you forget you are a house cat and start auditioning for the lead role in Mission Impossible. Proceed with the logic that if I You forget your keys, but your roommate is a legend and a half.
Get off me. Go.
No.
The karaoke session gets so intense that you experience a total system reboot and your backup singer has to check if you are still... You're trying to act like a sophisticated connoisseur, but the smell hits you like a brick wall. That went from 100 to blep real fast.